Politics, especially in a high-profile race, can be a bit of a contact sport. Sometimes negative or critical advertising is just part of the landscape.
And such ads are part of the still unfolding story of South Dakota's 2026 Republican gubernatorial primary election. Tonight, 40 days out from Election Day, KELOLAND's Dan Santella shows us how these ads are resonating among the four candidates.
Toby Doden, John Hanson, Dusty Johnson, and Larry Roden are all vying for the GOP nomination for South Dakota governor. Advertising from Doden, an Aberdeen businessman, has been critical of Johnson and Roden both by showing their faces and stating their names.
Dusty Johnson and Larry Roden look like these guys. Toby Doden fights like Trump.
And this ad from Roden is critical of Johnson.
When a Washington politician questions South Dakota's record, take it for what it's worth.
Those ads make clear who's behind them. But this one that's critical of Roden does not.
Big tax Larry Roden should be our last resort for governor.
It says it's paid for by Rushmore Principals and gives a Sioux Falls address. The address listed is that of the Staples office supply store at the intersection of 41st Street and Minnesota Avenue. The South Dakota Secretary of State's office lists Rushmore Principals as a statewide PAC with an address in Alabama. A phone number and email address are listed too. Our call and email have so far gone unanswered. Rushmore Principals' statement of organization says, quote, "This committee is organized and primarily operating for the purpose of accepting contributions and making expenditures to influence elections in South Dakota." This advertisement agreement form for Rushmore Principals lists American Prosperity Alliance as requesting the airtime. Barrel Placements, with a Virginia address, is listed as the agency. We reached out to both for this story, but haven't heard back. We also reached out to the candidates in this race about the negative advertising.
And I think, it's just the consequence of what happens when you get closer to Election Day, and some candidates just choose to get really nasty. And a lot of times that's a sign of their concern about their own record.
You're always going to have negative ads in politics. That's the unfortunate truth of the matter. This is not the first time I've been attacked in a political campaign. I know that you got to rise above it. There are always going to be challenges. But frankly, if you're governor, you're going to face challenges too.
To be clear, the ads that I've ran have not been attacks on Dusty and Larry. It's been fact-telling about how inefficient they've been as career politicians. Okay, so that's number one.
Okay.
And the dark money ads are clearly Dusty Johnson attacking Larry Roden.
Roden agrees.
I'm 100% certain that he is, based on his words from his own mouth.
The murkiness of campaign finance in South Dakota and the United States makes it difficult, if not impossible, to establish with certainty who is behind the Rushmore Principals ad. What is clear, however, is that soon South Dakotans will make their call in this race.
There was an old campaign manager who used to say, especially primaries, he'd say primaries are a knife fight in a ditch. I don't like the sounds of that, but I'm a fighter, and I'm not afraid to put the gloves on.
After Roden and Doden accused Johnson of being behind the Rushmore Principals ad, we wanted to give Johnson the opportunity to respond. His campaign team said he is unavailable for an interview, in person or on Zoom. Instead, they provided this statement. "This is not an ad for my campaign. I didn't approve the ad, but it's clear this group doesn't want Larry Roden elected governor." Voters will get more information on the money raised and spent during the primary election 2 weeks before Election Day in late May.